Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Daily Life English Podcast. I'm your host, Amma, and I'm so happy to be here again with all of you. How are you doing today, Pheng?
Hey, Amma. I'm doing great, thank you. It's a bright and busy day, but I'm excited for today's topic. How about you? How's everything going on your side?
I'm doing wonderful. I had a cup of coffee this morning, and I'm ready to share some great English conversation with you and our listeners. And hello to everyone listening right now. Welcome to Daily Life English, your friendly place to learn and practice real-life English conversations.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, we help you practice English for daily life step by step through natural conversations. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share our channel, Daily Life English, so you'll never miss a new episode.
Absolutely. So, Pheng, what's our topic for today's podcast?
Today's episode is something everyone can relate to. We're going to talk about your job, how to talk about what you do, where you work, and how to describe your work life in English. The topic is talking about your job in English.
That's right. This is one of the most useful topics in English because when you meet someone new, one of the first questions they ask is, "What do you do?" or "Where do you work?" So it's really important to know how to answer and talk about your job naturally.
Exactly. And today, we're going to practice that together. We'll explore many different kinds of jobs, real examples, and natural phrases you can use in daily life. So grab your notebook or just listen and relax. Let's enjoy learning English together.
Perfect. Let's start by sharing about our own jobs first. So, Pheng, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a graphic designer. I create designs for websites, ads, and social media posts. I really enjoy my work because it allows me to be creative every day. How about you, Amma? What's your job?
I'm an English teacher. I teach English to students at different levels, from beginners to intermediate learners. It's always fun to see people improve their speaking and confidence in English. It's a job that keeps me motivated.
That's amazing, Amma. Teaching sounds like such a meaningful job. You're helping people grow every single day.
Yes, I love it. But of course, every job has its challenges. Sometimes I have many papers to check or classes to prepare. But when I see my students speak English confidently, it makes all the hard work worth it.
I can imagine. My work as a designer also has its challenges, like when clients want big changes at the last minute. But still, it's part of the process. And when the final design looks great, I feel proud.
Yes, that's the beauty of work. Every job has ups and downs, but we all learn and grow from our experience.
So, let's help our listeners learn how to talk about their own jobs in English. When someone asks, "What do you do?" there are many ways to answer. You can say, "I'm a teacher," or "I work as a designer," or "I work at a hospital," or even "I run my own business." All of these are natural and correct.
Yes, and you can also describe your daily work routine. For example, I can say, "I teach English every morning," "I prepare lessons in the afternoon," "I meet students online." These sentences help you talk about what you do every day.
That's right. For me, I can say, "I design posters," "I create social media content," "I meet clients to discuss their projects," and "I send the final work by email." It's a simple way to explain what your job includes.
Exactly. And if you're listening and learning, you can practice like this at home. Just say your job and what you do every day, even if it's only 2 or 3 sentences. That's a great way to build your English-speaking confidence.
Yes, and today we're not just talking about our own jobs, we'll also talk about many other jobs. So, Amma, let's start with something simple. How about a teacher's life? That's you.
Sure. As a teacher, my day usually starts early. I prepare lessons, check homework, and teach different classes. Sometimes I teach in person, sometimes online. I talk to my students, help them with pronunciation, and explain grammar in easy ways. After class, I plan what to teach next. Being a teacher means being patient and always learning new things too.
That sounds inspiring. Let's imagine another job, maybe a nurse. A nurse usually works in a hospital or clinic. Their day starts early, maybe around 7 a.m. They check patients, give medicine, help doctors, and take care of people's health. It's a job that requires care, love, and attention.
Yes, being a nurse is a noble job. They work long hours, sometimes at night, but they make a big difference in people's lives. If you're a nurse and someone asks, "What do you do?" you can say, "I'm a nurse. I work at a hospital. I help patients every day." Simple but powerful English sentences.
Exactly. Now let's talk about another job, a chef or cook. Many people love cooking, and some make it their profession. A chef works in a restaurant or hotel. They prepare meals, plan menus, and make sure everything tastes good. They usually start early and finish late, especially during busy times. It's a hard job, but if you love food, it's also a passion.
True. I know one of my students who's a chef. She always says, "I love making people happy with my food." That's such a beautiful reason to work hard every day. And in English, she can say, "I'm a chef. I work in a restaurant. I cook delicious meals for customers." These simple sentences can help her describe her daily job easily.
Let's move on to another common job, a driver. Drivers are everywhere. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, delivery drivers. They work in the city or countryside. They help people go to work, school, or home. For example, a taxi driver can say, "I'm a taxi driver. I drive people around the city. I work day and night depending on customers." Again, short and clear.
Exactly. We all depend on drivers in our daily lives. They make sure people and goods move safely from one place to another. So, if you're a driver, you can proudly talk about your job using these phrases.
Next, let's talk about an engineer. Engineers build, design, and fix things. There are many kinds of engineers: civil, electrical, software, mechanical. For example, I'm a civil engineer. I design buildings. I work for a construction company. I visit sites to check progress. Those are natural sentences to describe what engineers do.
Good point, Pheng. And I think it's also useful to know some vocabulary that goes with each job. For teachers, students, classroom, homework, lessons. For nurses, patients, medicine, hospital, care. For chefs, kitchen, ingredients, recipe, flavor. For drivers, car, traffic, route, customer. And for engineers, project, design, plan, site. Learning these words helps you sound more natural when talking about your work.
That's a very good tip. You know, sometimes learners are shy to talk about their jobs because they don't know the right vocabulary. But even simple English is enough. The key is confidence and practice.
Exactly. Even if your English is not perfect, people appreciate when you try to explain. You can always use short sentences like, "I work hard every day." "My job is busy but interesting." "I like meeting people." "I help customers." These are friendly ways to describe your work.
Right. Let's talk about a few more jobs, Amma. How about a shopkeeper?
Ah, yes, a shopkeeper or store owner. They usually open their shop in the morning. They arrange products, welcome customers, and sell goods. They can say, "I run a small shop." "I sell clothes." "I work every day except Sunday." "My shop is near the market." These are all simple but natural English sentences.
Exactly. And for those who work in offices, they can say things like, "I work in an office." "I answer emails." "I make reports." "I attend meetings." That's useful vocabulary for office workers everywhere.
Yes, and if you work in customer service, you might say, I help customers. I answer phone calls. I solve problems. It's good to practice saying your daily actions in English.
That's right. You know, Amma, I think we should also help our listeners learn how to ask others about their jobs politely.
Good idea. So when you meet someone new, you can say, what do you do? Or where do you work? Or what kind of job do you have? All of these are polite and friendly questions. And if you want to be even softer, you can say, may I ask what you do for a living? That sounds formal but nice.
Yes, and when someone answers, try to keep the conversation going. For example, oh, you're a teacher, that's great. Or, you work at a bank? That must be interesting. Or, you're a driver. Wow, you must meet many people every day. It makes the conversation warm and natural.
That's perfect. When you show interest, people enjoy talking more, and you practice English at the same time.
Exactly. Okay, Emma, let's imagine we're meeting new people and talking about their jobs, kind of like a fun role play.
All right, let's imagine we're meeting new people from different jobs. We'll introduce ourselves and ask about what they do. That's a great way for our listeners to hear natural conversations in English.
Perfect. Let's start with a simple one. You meet someone at a cafe and you start a friendly chat.
Hi, nice to meet you. What do you do?
Oh, I'm a doctor. I work at the city hospital. How about you?
I'm a teacher. I teach English at a language center.
That's wonderful. I think teaching and medicine both help people in amazing ways.
Exactly. Two different jobs, but both very meaningful.
Let's try another example. Maybe someone who works with computers.
Sure. Hi, what do you do for work?
I'm a software engineer. I design apps and websites for a tech company.
Wow, that sounds interesting. You must be good with coding and computers.
Haha, yes, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy solving problems and creating new things.
That's a great way to say it. I enjoy solving problems. That's a strong phrase for job conversations.
Yes, it shows that you like challenges at work. Listeners can say that too. For example, I enjoy helping people. I enjoy learning new skills. I enjoy working in a team. These sentences sound natural in English.
Right. And they show a positive attitude toward your job. Employers and colleagues love to hear that.
Now, let's meet someone else. Maybe a person who works outdoors.
Good idea. Let's say we meet a farmer.
Hi there, what do you do?
I'm a farmer. I grow vegetables and rice on my land.
Oh, that must be hard work.
Yes, it's not easy, but I love being close to nature. I wake up early and work in the fields every day.
That's a beautiful answer.
Yes, and we can also add feelings to make our job talk more interesting, like, I love my job, or I'm proud of what I do, or sometimes it's difficult, but it's worth it.
Right. It makes your answer sound more natural and personal.
Exactly. Let's imagine another one, maybe a flight attendant.
Okay.
Hi, may I ask what you do for a living?
I'm a flight attendant. I work for an international airline.
Wow, that's exciting. You must travel to many countries.
Yes, I do. I love meeting people from around the world. It's a busy job, but I enjoy it.
Nice. That's a perfect example for listeners who love traveling.
Yes, and it shows how to make your job conversation more interesting by adding what you like about your work.
Exactly. Let's give our listeners a few useful sentences they can use in real life when talking about jobs.
Good idea. Here are some examples. I work in a bank. I work in a hospital. I work in a school. I work at home. I work for a company. I work with children. I work with machines. All these are simple and clear ways to describe your work.
And if you don't have a job right now, you can say, I'm looking for a job. I'm unemployed at the moment. I'm a student. Or I'm taking a break from work. These are polite and natural ways to answer when people ask.
That's a great point, Amma. Not everyone is working right now, and that's okay. Using polite and calm answers helps you sound confident.
Exactly. Now, let's move on to jobs that involve creativity, like artists, musicians, or writers.
Yes, those are fun jobs to talk about. An artist might say, I'm an artist. I paint and sell my artwork. A musician can say, I'm a musician. I play guitar in a band. And a writer might say, I write short stories and articles for magazines. Very natural and simple.
Perfect. And if you're talking about your passion, you can add, I've always loved art. I started playing music when I was a child. I enjoy expressing myself through writing. These sentences sound great when talking about creative jobs.
Yes, and I think those kinds of sentences help you connect emotionally with the listener.
Exactly. Now, how about we discuss jobs related to business and sales?
Sure. For example, a salesperson can say, I work in sales. I sell products to customers. I help people choose what they need. And if you work in marketing, you can say, I work in marketing. I promote products online. I create advertisements and campaigns.
That's great. You can also say, I work for a company that sells clothes. Or, I'm responsible for promoting new items. The word responsible for is very useful in job conversations.
Yes, like, I'm responsible for managing the website. I'm responsible for customer service. I'm responsible for training new staff. That's a very professional way to describe your duties.
Exactly. It's good vocabulary for job interviews, too.
Right. Speaking of interviews, maybe we can share a few useful expressions for people who are looking for a job.
Sure. If you're going to an interview, you can say, I'm applying for the position of, I have experience in, I'm good at teamwork, I'm a fast learner, I'm passionate about this job. These are great sentences to sound confident in English.
Yes, and if someone asks you about your skills, you can say things like, I'm good at communication. I'm good at organizing tasks. I can work under pressure. I'm detail-oriented. All very professional and natural English.
Perfect. I think our listeners can repeat those lines and practice them slowly. It's a great way to prepare for any real conversation about work.
Exactly. Now, Amma, how about we talk about jobs that help the community, like police officers, firefighters, or social workers?
Good idea, Pheng. Let's start with a police officer. They can say, I'm a police officer. I work to keep people safe. I patrol the streets and help solve problems. Simple, clear, and positive.
And a firefighter might say, I'm a firefighter. I help put out fires and rescue people. It's a dangerous job, but I'm proud to do it.
That's a strong and powerful way to speak. And for social workers, they can say, I'm a social worker. I help people and families solve personal problems. It's a meaningful and challenging job.
Exactly. You can feel how proud they are when they talk about helping others.
Yes, every job that helps people is special. And for English learners, this is a good chance to learn vocabulary like serve, protect, care, help, support, rescue, and save.
Beautiful words with strong meaning.
Now, let's talk about students, because many of our listeners are students too.
Yes. If you're a student and someone asks, what do? You can simply say, I'm a student. I study English. I go to university. Or, I'm studying computer science. Simple and polite answers.
Exactly. And you can also say what you hope to do in the future. For example, I want to be a teacher. I want to work in business. I hope to become a doctor one day. These are inspiring sentences for learners.
Yes. It's great to talk about your dreams and goals in English. That's also part of talking about your future job.
Exactly. And if someone asks, why did you choose your job? You can answer like this. I chose this job because I love helping people. I chose this job because I enjoy learning new things. Or, I chose this job because it matches my skills.
That's such good advice, Amma. Short sentences, clear pronunciation, and simple ideas. Perfect for learners to remember.
Exactly. The goal is to communicate clearly, not to use difficult words.
Yes, and listeners, remember, you can always practice with your friends. Ask each other, what do you do? Or where do you work? Then answer with short, natural phrases.
Exactly. You can even record your voice and listen to your pronunciation. That's a fun way to learn English faster.
Yes, and don't forget to smile when you speak. It really makes your voice sound friendly and confident.
That's true, Pheng. A smile makes every conversation better, even in audio form.
Yes. So, Emma, before we move to our final examples, let's talk about remote jobs, because these days many people work from home.
Good point. If you work from home, you can say, I work from home. I'm a freelancer. I work online. Or I have my own online business. These are useful and modern expressions.
Yes, and you can describe what you do at home, like, I teach English online. I design websites for clients. I sell products through the internet. This is becoming more and more common now.
Exactly. And if you use English for work, even better. You're improving your skills while doing your job.
That's so true, Amma.
All right, Pheng. We've talked about so many kinds of jobs today, from teachers to farmers to flight attendants and even freelancers. I think our listeners now have a lot of useful sentences to practice.
Yes, but let's not stop yet. We can add a few more examples with some emotion and daily expressions so learners can sound more natural.
Good idea. Let's imagine a conversation between two coworkers talking about their day.
Sure.
Hi, Pheng. How was your day at work?
Pretty good. We had a busy morning, but I finished all my tasks on time. How about you?
It was okay. I had a meeting with my manager, and then I taught 2 classes. The students were very active today.
That's great. It's always nice when students participate and ask questions.
Yes, it makes teaching more fun.
This is how we use English to talk about our daily work routines. Simple and clear sentences.
Let's share some useful vocabulary for everyday work talk.
Okay, for example, I start work at 9. I finish work at 5. I take a break at noon. I have a meeting in the morning. I work overtime sometimes.
Perfect phrases. Easy to remember and use in any situation.
And for people who don't like their jobs very much, they can say politely, my job is a bit stressful. It's challenging, but I'm learning a lot.
Sometimes it's tiring, but it's okay.
Exactly. Still positive, but honest. That's how you sound natural in English.
Aman, let's talk about how people can ask questions about someone else's job politely.
Good point. You can say, what do you do for a living? Where do you work? How long have you worked there? Do you like your job?
Exactly. And you can respond like, I've worked there for 5 years. Yes, I really like it. It's a good place to work. The people are nice. Short answers like these make you sound friendly and confident.
Now let's move to some expressions that describe work feelings. I'm busy today. I'm free this afternoon. I'm tired after work. I'm excited about my new project. I'm worried about the deadline. These are very useful for daily English.
Yes, and you can mix them with past tense too. I was tired yesterday. I was happy after the meeting. I was nervous before the interview. All very real and easy to practice.
Right. And you can even talk about future plans. I'm going to start a new job next month. I'm planning to change my career. I want to open my own business.
Those are wonderful future tense examples. They help you dream in English too.
Speaking of dreams, Amma, what was your dream job when you were a child?
Oh, when I was a child, I wanted to be a singer. I loved music so much.
Really? That's cute. I wanted to be a pilot when I was young.
Wow, that's cool. Flying around the world, right?
Yes, exactly. I was fascinated by airplanes and travel.
This is a fun way to start small talk, too. Asking someone, what was your dream job as a child? It always creates a nice conversation.
Now, let's teach listeners some phrases to describe job responsibilities in a more professional way.
Okay, here are some examples. I manage a team of 5 people. I handle customer requests. I organize events. I design marketing materials. I support the sales department.
Perfect. And you can use verbs like handle, manage, plan, design, create, support, and organize. They make you sound fluent and professional.
Let's add one more topic before we close. Work-life balance.
Yes, that's very important these days. You can say, I try to keep a good work-life balance. I spend time with my family after work. I like to relax on weekends. I take a short vacation every year.
Beautiful sentences, simple but meaningful. And you can add phrases like, I need to rest, or I enjoy my free time.
Yes, life isn't only about work. We need time to enjoy ourselves too.
Exactly.
Amma, before we end today's podcast, let's do a quick review for our listeners.
Good idea. So today, we learned how to talk about our jobs in English, hands-on. How to introduce your job, I'm a teacher. I work in a bank. How to ask others, what do you do? Where do you work? How to describe your feelings, I enjoy my job. It's challenging but fun. How to talk about daily tasks and dreams. I start work at 9. I want to open my own business.
Exactly. All simple phrases, but very powerful for real conversations.
Yes, and I hope our listeners can practice these lines slowly every day. Remember, repetition is the key to speaking fluently.
Right. You can listen, repeat, and speak along with us many times.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today.
Yes, we really hope you enjoyed our topic, talking about your job in English and learned new ways to speak confidently.
If you liked this episode, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share our YouTube channel, Daily Life English.
That's right. Your support helps us make more English lessons and daily conversation podcasts for you.
Keep practicing English every day can make a big difference.
Exactly. And don't forget, smile when you speak English because confidence starts with a positive attitude.
We'll see you again in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening, and keep exploring English with us.